Hello everyone, do you want to count how many steps have you walked daily? Don't worry, let's make an app for that. Open MIT App Inverter and click on New Project and create a new project. I will name this app Pedometer. Click on OK. Here you can see that we got our app screen. Here below on title, change the name to Pedometer. Let's see what are the components will we need. The first thing we will need is a start button. So when we click that start button only, it should start counting. So first let's add a button for that. We can name that button as start. You can change the text in this properties panel. Down you can find a text box called text, and there you can click and there you can enter your text you need. Click on enter. Let's align it in the middle. Here in the screen 1, after switching to screen 1 in components, you can see in the properties align horizontal and align both of them into center. Now we can see that our start button is in the center. Next we need one more button which is for resetting after when we completed our walking. For that drag and drop another button and change its text to reset. Now we have two buttons, one for start and another one for resetting when we completed walk. The next important component that we need is the pedometer component, because the pedometer component will only set how many steps we have walked on daily basis. For finding the pedometer component in user interface, you should go to the sensors drop down, and here you can find that there is the pedometer component right here. Drag and drop the pedometer component. After adding the pedometer component which will count the steps, we need to add one more component to show how much steps is walked. Yes, it is the label. On user interface, you can find there is a label component. Drag and drop to the screen. And set the text as default as 0 and click on enter. Make the height and width as much as you want and increase the font size if you want. I will increase the font size to 25 and make it bold. And if you want to change the color, you can change it right here. I will set it to black. And after that, you can add one more label called steps. Yes, now the designing part of the app is complete. Now let's go to the blocks. In blocks, let's see the logic of how the app should work. First, when the start button is clicked, the pedometer component should start counting how many steps is walked, and after that it need to update how many steps is walked right here. And when the reset button is clicked, the steps need to be resetted to 0 steps. So let's code for that. Go to the blocks dashboard, and here first click on button 1. Button 1 is nothing but our start button. So when button 1 is clicked, pedometer 1 will start counting. Next one is the button 2, which is the reset button. When button 2 is clicked, the pedometer should be resetted to 0. So now we need to do one more thing which is very important. When the pedometer started counting how many steps is walked, it needs to update that value to the label right here. This is nothing but the label 1. So for that we can code like, you can go to the pedometer section and call this block when pedometer dot simple step, and when this happens we need to update its value to the label 1. For that you can go to label 1 section, and there you can see a block called set label 1 dot text 2. Go to that, and after attaching it, click on get simple steps and add it right here. Coding part, we should add one more block to this, because when button 2 dot click, that means when the reset button is clicked, we should not only reset the pedometer, but we should also need to change this value to 0. To make that, you can add the block that is set label 1.text to, you can drag and drop this block right here. After that, go to the math section and there you can find a block like this which has just an integer, and drag and drop right here and set its value to 0. That's all, the app is completed. Let's build it and let's install it on our phone and let's check it. Now click on build and click on android.app. Once when it is built, download the APK, share it to your mobile and install it on your mobile phone.
After installing the app on your phone, when you click the start button, you can see that the app starts counting how many steps you have walked, and when you reset the button, it will be again set to 0.
Don't forget to like this video and stay tuned by subscribing our channel for more and more videos. Thanks for watching.